All right, we're live.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Delegate Lily Chi, and this is the Economic Matters Business Regulation Subcommittee's third work session. We have 4 bills on our agenda today. I should say today is I think Wednesday, March 15th. I want to welcome the members and the staff. I don't think we have guests today. So we're just going to start on the list, top of the list, HB 52, which is by Delegate Foley, about condominiums, sales contracts, asbestos disclosure.
Okay. House Bill 52 establishes that a contract for the initial sale or resale of a condo unit is not enforceable unless the contract of sale includes a statement as to whether the vendor has actual knowledge of the presence of asbestos on their site. And that's for initial sale. And for resale, a statement as to whether the council of unit owners has actual knowledge of the presence of asbestos on their site, and a statement by the unit owner as to whether the unit owner has knowledge of the presence of asbestos on the site. There is one amendment to the bill, and the bill alters the part about resale for unit owners. So they have to provide notice if they have knowledge about the presence of asbestos being in their actual unit as opposed to the whole condo site. The Maryland Realtor submitted testimony and said with the amendment, they would have no objection to the bill.
Okay, thank you.
Move the amendment. Move the amendment.
Thank you. Anyone wants to
Second.
Any discussions on the amendment, which is regarding the resale of the units? Okay, all in favor of the amendment, say aye.
Aye.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Delegate Chi.
Oh, okay. Sorry. On the bill itself as amended, can you hear me?
Move the bill as amended.
Second.
No opposition with the amendments?
Not with the amendments, no.
Bill's been moved and seconded.
Yes.
Hey, delegate. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry,
Aye.
I can't hear.
Delegate Chief, for whatever reason, you're not on mute. You can see you're not on mute, but it just cuts out and you go silent. Like we can see you talk.
My gosh. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
I just need to raise my voice, I guess. I just need to scream at my screen. Okay. All right. I was not raised to be loud. I'll try. All right. Council, let's take the roll.
Okay. 1 second, sorry. Delegate Adams,
Yes.
Delegate Crosby,
Yes.
Delegate Pippi,
Yes.
Delegate Valderrama,
Aye.
Delegate Boafo,
Aye.
Delegate Howard,
Yes.
Delegate Weibel's
All right.
coming in. So I don't know.
Okay.
Well, for the people that were here, it was 6 favorable, no opposed.
So the bill passes.
Delegate Chi, just for the record, I'd like you to know that I scream at my television screen every night as well.
And you probably bang it too, right? Smack it. Okay, until it works. Okay. Thank you. So the bill has enough votes. It passes out of our subcommittee. Thank you. The next one is the HB 301, which is about real estate brokers. We are, well, anyway, I'll let the council discuss this bill, but go ahead, please.
Sure. Excuse me. We discussed this bill at the last meeting. It requires real estate wholesalers to be licensed as real estate brokers by the Real Estate Commission. And as a result, the statutory definition of provide real estate brokerage services is expanded to include engaging in buying or selling, offering to buy or sell, or marketing of real estate, or otherwise dealing in contracts, including assignable contracts for real estate or options on real estate on 2 or more occasions in any 12-month period, regardless of whether the activity is engaged in for another person. We also discussed the additional comment by the Real Estate Commission, where they advised that they interpret a provision of the Real Estate Brokers Act to preclude licensees from engaging in wholesaling, which may conflict with the bill's requirement that wholesalers be licensed by the commission. That
Move
comment.
unfavorable.
Thank you. So let
What
me
was the
first ask,
motion?
Oh, sorry.
Council, before we make any motion, Council, let me ask if the bill sponsor actually sent an email to withdraw the bill.
If he did, I can search really quickly, but I don't remember receiving one.
I communicated with him this morning. He indicated he could withdraw the bill by sending an email to us.
Why is he
I move that we
withdrawing the
hold
bill?
Let's hold it, and then they can send in their email.
So the reason was because the Real Estate Commission has stated that even with this requirement to acquire a real estate brokerage license, that license would not apply to this particular wholesaling kind of business. I had multiple meetings with different parties, and our understanding is the Department of Labor is actually going to look into how to properly regulate that space so that it is still regulated to prevent predatory kind of buying or selling, but it's not going to be equivalent to a residential brokerage license, so to speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna hold, because I had questions too. I met with the.
Yeah. Yeah. So it would actually be unfavorable withdrawal.
Okay.
I'd prefer to see it
Although-
held. I wouldn't want the subcommittee to have it as unfavorable. Like,
Yeah,
I think the
so-
bill has virtue. I'm sorry, I'm talking out of turn. Let me-
Okay, Delegate Adams.
I see virtue in this particular bill because it seems to be protecting consumers from a practice that, let me just say, I'm going to take 20 seconds and just express my concerns. Anybody that approaches a homeowner and says, I want to sell your house, okay, that should establish a obligation to the property owner that they're being represented by somebody who's acting in their best interest. And if I understood the testimony correctly, basically what you could do is have me approach, let's say I go to Chris Valderrama's house and say, Chris, I'd like to buy your house, but I don't want to buy it to buy it. I want to buy it so I can put it on the market and sell it because I can get it at a substantial discount to an unsuspecting seller, and then turn right around and market it to somebody else. I'm not going to belabor it any further, but and I might have this totally wrong, and the realtors may be in total disagreement, but this was their bill, right? The realtors brought this bill to bring some of these issues forward, and I'm sympathetic to it. I'm done.
I had subsequent conversations with the realtors. I'm sorry, Delegate Valderrama.
No,
so
I
did-
apologize. There's both sides to the story, so I just say there's pros and cons. So.
Madam
Yes.
Chair, question.
Yeah.
Can we, for all the reasons we just heard, can we just hold this bill and you can get an
Yes.
affirmative answer from the sponsor, and then we can make a final decision after that?
Yes, we will hold the bill, but I was responding to Delegate Adams' concern. It's not that we don't want to regulate, it's that the Real Estate Commission said the current regulatory scheme won't apply. So that's why the Department of Labor is looking into that. Okay.
And I accept
So-
that. I think that's a good response, and thank you, Chair.
Right, sure. Okay, so we're going to hold this bill. Thank you. So the third one down is HB 832. We are going to hold this bill as well because the bill sponsor, Delegate Queen here, presented several amendments that the council has not had time to evaluate carefully. So we need more time to look more carefully at this bill. Okay. Any objections to that? All right, then we're moving very fast. The last one, HB 1011. Public safety refrigerants, limitations on use. It's sponsored by Delegate Stein. Tiffany, would you please talk about this?
Absolutely. This bill provides that substitute refrigerants allowed by the Environmental Protection Agency may not be prohibited on the state or local level. There is one amendment, and the amendment specifies that no provision of the state building code or other law or regulation, except for a regulation issued by the Department of the Environment, may prohibit or otherwise limit the use of a refrigerant that is allowed by the EPA.
Okay. Any questions or discussions?
Move favorable.
The motion is
Second.
favorable.
There's an amendment.
Oh, I'm sorry, there is an amendment?
I read it. Would you like me to read it again?
Yes, please.
Okay. The amendment specifies that no provision of the state building code or other law or regulation, except for a regulation issued by the Department of the Environment, may prohibit or otherwise limit the use of a refrigerant that is allowed by the EPA.
All right, on the amendment, which is a clarifying language. Okay.
Move favorable.
Are you
All right,
moving
so-
favorable on the amendment, Seth?
Yes.
Second.
Okay. All right, all in favor, say aye on the amendment.
Aye.
Okay, opposed? All right, on the bill itself.
Move the
Move
bill as
favor-
amended.
Second.
Okay. Motion is favorable. Council, would you like to call the vote?
Absolutely. Delegate Adams,
I'm gonna vote yes.
Delegate Crosby,
Aye.
Delegate Pippy,
Yes.
Delegate Valderrama,
Aye.
Delegate Boifo,
Aye.
Delegate Howard,
Yes.
Delegate Queen,
Yes.
and Delegate Weibel.
Yes.
Great. Bill passes, motion passes. Thank you very much, everyone. Stay tuned for potentially more, another work session to finish our work. Okay, thanks, everyone. Thanks, Council.